right, what's going on, Consciouztv? Sorry about that, bro. It's a lot going on. Before we get into the thizzle, my nizzle, y'all already know what to do, honey. I need y'all to swing and bang and bully the hell out of that like feature. You know, liking the video helps with YouTube's algorithm, YouTube notification system. And more importantly, yes, it triggers up things to get the country crew up in her so that they know that we're out live and in color. So please bully and swing and bang on that like feature. Also, make sure that you guys have your notification bell set to all so that you never miss a day or hour when the Kang be Kanging, because the Kang is in one of them content creating moves, girls. So we be on our back to back. We be all night. Okay, we be in the 1 a.m.s, in the 2 p.m.s. I mean, we be all over the place, honey. So you got to keep up, in the words of Destiny's Children. Also, if you enjoy everything that the King does here, you can always donate to the platform at $Consciouztv. That's Conscious with the Z, and or PayPal.me/ConsciouzTV. Spelled just how it is here on the platform. All donation information is in the description box below. And last but not least, once again, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your Snapchat, your MySpace, the dark side of Twitter, Tumblr, or your personal OF. I don't really give a where you lay the link. Just let them whores know that we're allowed live and in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right, what's going on, Conscious Crew? I'm not going to waste a lot of time with you all here today. I was and had this bad news at surface glance come across my desk, but it's going to end up being good news in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Daughter. All right, social media personality Funky Dineva, you guys, came live and announced that he was just diagnosed with stage 1 prostate cancer. And he's not looking for prayers. He's not looking for sympathy. He is only here as a informant to other men, particularly men of Kala, as it relates to the prostates of it all. Let's check out his live stream, girl, and then we're going to get into a comment, girl, that led to the commenter getting flamed the hell up. Okay, this is courtesy of Neighborhood Talk, who snatched a part of Dineva's live stream to share with the general public. Check this out.
All right, guys, so I just got back from the urologist, so let me preface with I'm sharing this information for educational purposes and not for sympathy, but I have stage 1 prostate cancer. They did 12 biopsies, and 2 of them came back cancerous. 1 of them came back suspicious or inconclusive. It is very, very early. He mentioned something about a Gleason score and that mine was extremely low. So he's like, you know, it is, you caught it at the earliest of early phases, which is a good thing. He's going to send off my, I guess, blood work or biopsies to do some genetic testing on it to determine if it's a slow-growing cancer or a fast-growing cancer, so we can then begin to explore what our treatment options were. I fast-forwarded, asked him what are my treatment options. He said radiation, some experimental drugs, and surgery by robot. And I just went ahead and told him, I don't need to wait for anything to come back. Let's just go ahead and remove it, do a surgery by robot. And I have an appointment on December 8th with the robot doctor to set up surgery to get it removed. I don't think, I mean, granted, they gave me a book to read, or whatever, and I'll, read over it tonight and across the week. But right now, with very little education, my gut just tells me cut it out. I want it cut out. I don't want to go through radiation and all of these other things. So that's what's going on with me, guys. Don't cry for me, Argentina. Yes, I'm a little down about it, but I'm about to take a nap, and I'll be fine.
Wow. All right. There it is. So shout out to Funky Dineva. This is nuts. Now, what's crazy is that, girl, it just seems like I'm in my prophetic bag, because it's like everything I talk about, everything that I mention, even if it's in passing, shows up in the life algorithm of it all. I was literally just in a live stream like 2 or 3 ago, literally saying and encouraging Black men to please go to the doctor at least once a damn year. At the very least, once a year, get you a full physical, get your blood work done, get your prostate exam, especially when you are a Black man of a particular age. I recently just turned 40. And so there are some things as a Black man at this age that I'm going to be more susceptible to, that I need to be extra mindful of. And, for me personally, I see the doctor as many times as I need to throughout the year. I'm really big on my health and my wealth. I am all about prevention. So, I'm kind of like extra tidy when it comes to my health. But Black men, please, 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 please. Like, me and Bubs just had a conversation around how even homophobia is impacting cis hetero men, because these men out here literally think that it's gay to do everything. If they think that it's gay to wipe their butts, if they think that it's gay to even do number 2, if they think that it's gay to even like wash their asses, then that these men just think that it is completely gay to allow somebody to rummage up in the bussy hole in order to, test the prostate out of all of the things. And literally, these stupid ideologies are literally killing Black men. We cannot afford to not be meticulous about our health as Black men. This is why we statistically die sooner than our female counterparts. It's more likely that a Black woman would end up as a widow and outlive her husband for these reasons. It's also statistically true that Black men live longer when they have female companionship. Of course, this applies to straight Black men. Gay men are pretty extra hardcore on health and doctors and gyms and body, yada. But straight cis men, they do better when they have a woman in their life, because obviously women have an incentive to want to keep their companions alive, and therefore make sure that their man, my man, is going to the doctor, honey, and getting everything checked from the head to the tizzo. So, we want to change these dynamics, Black men. We want you to live. We want you to be healthy, particularly you cis, straight Black men, honey. Get on top of this. So I wasn't really surprised when Funky Dineva came forward and said, Grell, that, he is diagnosed with stage 1 because he is in that age range where he would be susceptible to prostate. I have a prostate exam myself coming up next week. So it's a great thing that he caught this stage 1 very soon. This is the key to almost all illnesses and diseases, whether it's tumor, whether it's pre-diabetes, whether it's hypertension, is catching shit as soon as possible, including any type of sexually transmitted disease, HIV. Everything is all about catching stuff as soon as possible. The better you are, the sooner you are at clocking your T, the better chances and odds you have of bringing remedy to the situation. I know that in your mind, it may feel that to know is worse than to find out, but it's not, baby, because being more scared than being more interested in the results will have your ovaries and have your prostate and have your titties, girl, falling off of your body. Okay? You need to be more scared of the repercussions of not knowing than being afraid of whatever you believe the diagnosis may or may not be. Now, what's interesting is that there was a commenter who commented underneath this post that said that lifestyle. Okay, Black Girl Pearl on Instagram. So y'all can go and pay her a visit. Black Girl Pearls on Instagram, girl. You know, since she needed attention, y'all can surely give her attention. Now, we all know what the hell she means by that lifestyle. She's clearly talking about the gay lifestyle, and there are so many misconceptions around same gender loving sex between two men, etc., girl. But Miss Girl is trying to say that him out there bottoming in these streets ultimately, girl, is why he even has stage 1 prostate cancer, when the gag is Funky Dineva, it's not even the bottom, you dumbass whore. Funky Dineva is a femme top. Yes, they do exist. I have an ex-friend, girl, who love him some femme tops, girl. Love him a top with a limp wrist. Okay? When he dip, they dip, we dip. Okay? So, all of the things, but let's use this for educational reasons, because there are certain lifestyles that can amplify prostate cancer for men, all right? So check this out. Men get prostate cancer because of a combination of factors, primarily age, genetics, and lifestyle. Prostate cancer starts when cells in the prostate gland mutate and grow uncontrollably, a process that is more common as men and can be influenced by inherited gene mutations. Now, apparently, Funky Dineva's father also had prostate cancer as well. So this more than likely is due to some type of genetic predisposition. We also know that Funky drinks, etc. We'll get into all of that. Other risk factors include being African American, having a family history of disease. So right now we already have Funky Dineva fitting two of the elements of this profile: African American, family history, obesity, and certain lifestyle choices like diet, smoking, and exposure to chemicals. So let's go to race for one. African American men have a higher risk of developing and dying from prostate cancer compared to other men. Let's get into genetics. Having a father, which Dineva does, son or brother with prostate cancer increases your risk. In up to 10% of cases, a faulty gene like BRCA1 or BRCA2 can be passed down, making a man more susceptible to developing the disease. Now let's get into lifestyle and environmental factors. Diet. Diets high in red meat, processed foods, and dairy, and low in fruit and vegetables may increase risk, girl. This is why I'm so glad, girl. I'm plant-based, girl, and I be getting my life off my plant-based diet. My plant-based diet helped me to reverse type 2 diabetes, girl. So can't nobody tell me shit about nutrition and about how them green leaves, girl, won't clear you right on up, girl. Okay. And I'm talking about the shit they sell in the farmer's market to the shit that you can grow in your backyard, girl. It really doesn't matter. If you know how to use vegetables, if you know how to use beans, if you know how to use wheat, grain, etc., girl, you can reverse a lot of on a plant-based diet. Don't even get me started, honey. But I was on a plant-based diet for a year and a half and was able to reverse type 2 diabetes. Okay, I'll never forget it, girl. November 11th of 2024. Was able to get off my little insulin they had me on. Was able to get off my little hypertension pill they had me on, girl. Because you know diabetes will do a number on your body. Okay, and so I encourage people, if you are dealing with something that's reversible, reverse it by any means necessary, girl. Don't live alongside anything that you don't have to. It's just complicated. Nobody wants to be in and out of the goddamn doctor all year round. Nobody wants to be taking a damn cabinet full of damn meds. So anything in your life that is reversible and can be reversed, I'm going to encourage people to do that. Do not, allow your hypertension to be your roommate, girl. Don't allow your high blood pressure to be your roommate, girl. Don't allow, girl, the things to be a roommate if you have an option to evict the shit out of something, girl. And I'm going to tell y'all, once I got out of the hospital, after they zooted me up on electrolytes and all of that and restored me, I had made a decision while I was on that hospital bed before I ever got home, bitch, that me and diabetes were about to be divorced, girl. And as soon as I got home, girl, I cleaned my refrigerator out of red meats. I threw away all processed foods, girl. I cut out McDonald's and Taco Bell and Little Caesars and Domino's and all. Let me stop talking about that shit before I get to tearing up DoorDash right now. Okay? Baby, I cleaned it up. She had to go. All right? Now back to this profile. Diet high in red meat, processed foods, dairy, and low in fruit and vegetables may increase risk. Smoking is linked to a high risk of prostate cancer, and smokers may be more likely to have a more aggressive form of disease. Obesity, a high body mass index, is a risk factor, and chemical exposure to certain chemicals, such as those found in some pesticides and herbicides, may also increase risk, girl. So it's important to clean your food. Clean your food. Now, since we're here, let me type in gay men and prostate cancer. So it says here that gay men face unique challenges related to prostate cancer, including potential discrimination from healthcare providers, a lack of provider training on their specific sexual health concerns, and unique sexual side effects from treatment that may not be addressed in standard care. While prostate cancer incidence may not be higher, it's not higher for gay men, and it's sometimes actually lower, in fact, particularly for those with HIV, disparities exist in the quality of care they receive, affecting their treatment outcomes and quality of life. So yes, girl, y'all need to go pay Miss Black Girl Pearls, okay? Go pay her a visit, girl, because she out here perpetuating, girl, misinformation, girl, and out here in her gay agenda bag. Now, let me see something. Anal sex and prostate cancer. Since somebody had mentioned that in the in my chat, and gay men. Let's see here. Anal sex does not increase the risk of prostate cancer. Let me say that again. Anal sex does not increase the risk of prostate cancer, and gay and bisexual men are not at a higher risk for the cancer itself. Do we need to say any more, girl? So what lifestyle are you exactly talking about? Because if you're talking about the black men's lifestyle generally, yes. If you're talking about that gay lifestyle, girl, find you something else to do. Now let's talk about prostate cancer stage 1 and see what's in store for Funky, because Funky says he's getting the area clipped out of him, girl. He can't do it. So stage 1 prostate cancer is localized early stage cancer confined to the prostate gland, often with a low-grade tumor and no spread to the lymph nodes. It is curable and typically has a nearly 100% 5-year survival rate. Treatment includes active surveillance, radiation therapy, or surgical removal, which Funky Dineva went over. He's going to go with the surgical remover. And the best choice depends on factors like risk, group, age, and personal preferences. Okay, so shout out to Funky Dineva for catching this early, girl. He's going to be fine. He's going to be okay. He's not in a fatal position. He's going to have the surgery, it sounds like, before the year is out. And that is absolutely wonderful, because right now somebody is getting a stage 4 cancer diagnosis for prostate cancer, girl. Now let's talk about prostate cancer for men over 40. Men over 40 should be aware of prostate cancer risk factors and discuss screening with their doctor, especially if they are Black or have a family history of prostate cancer. While prostate cancer is rare under 40, it's recommended that men in this age group start conversations about screening at the age of 45 for average risk and at the age of 40 for high risk to understand their personal risks and symptoms. Key symptoms include difficulty urinating, a weak or frequent need to urinate, a pelvic or bone pain, which can also be caused by other prostate issues like an enlarged prostate, you guys. Okay, so 40 is her, girl. 40 is her. So, with that being said, I just wanted to come, girl, and let you guys hear it from Funky Dineva herself. I'm glad that Funky Dineva came forward and did not hide in shame from this because, you know, he's not really in this because of something he's per se done. It's hereditary. And, you know, he is an African-American male. So those two things powerfully contribute to his susceptibility to prostate cancer. So I'm glad he came forward to allow us to be an educational moment. Hopefully, Dineva speaking out will continue, you know, to encourage Black men in the community to please keep up with our health. Please go see a doctor at least once a year, girl. You know, if you got to maintain a car, you know, you got to maintain your body. So don't be afraid to go to, what they call them people, child? A mechanic, girl. Okay. The doctor is essentially the mechanic for your personal vehicle, AKA your body. The vehicle that your soul is having this experience in, okay? And it needs its transmission fluids changed. It needs its oil and everything changed, girl. It needs its head gaskets and all the things, girl, checked out. It needs new tires. It needs to be vacuumed and cleaned and pushed through the car wash, girl. It needs all of that. All right, so prayers up for fucking Dineva. We got to get out of here, girl. We got to come back and talk about Masika. We got to talk about, who else is up here, girl? Nicki Minaj, girl, whose home is being forced into an auction, child. My God, today we got to talk about Candy speaking out and talking about the way she's navigating her divorce and all the things, girl. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Thumbs up, share if you enjoyed yourself. Y'all already know what you can do. You can hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, subscribe if you're new here, share. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.